Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 6th and final episode of Koimonogatari. And last episode, yeah, we left off on pretty terrifying note, because this entire arc, well, not the entire arc, for a lot of the arc, they've been really drilling into our heads just how the situation, it should be easy to fool Naruto, but if you fail, it's basically a very bad case scenario if you fail. But the way last episode ended, it seems like he did fail. However, this is Kaiki we're talking about, so this is probably only like layer 1 of the plan. Like he probably anticipates that she'll not initially believe him, but like elaborate or something. Like I don't know exactly where we go from here, but I want to believe this is not it for Kaiki's master plan. Like I want to believe there's more that he hasn't told the audience that we'll see unveiled here, and he won't just be brutally slaughtered by Naruto while she has a smile on her face and blood splattered around her. Hopefully it doesn't quite happen like that, but that's hard to say for sure. Like I try to think about where you could go from here if you were Kaiki, and I can't think of anything because I'm nowhere near as intelligent as Kaiki, but I have a little bit of faith in him to figure something out. Even if this wasn't part of the plan, I still believe he could figure something out. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous to jump into this, but I guess we got to, so let's go into it and see how he handles Naruto from here. So hopefully we continue where he left off. But anyway, 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, my work was perfect. I'm quite confident knowing that, and I'm almost, oh god, that goes too fast, and yet. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. But where does that leave us, though? That's a big problem to deal with. Okay, what do you do, Kaiki? It goes by way too quickly. Naruto, what are you gonna do? Kaiki, might be a good time to run. I don't know if you can, but gotta at least try. But yeah, this is looking really bad, actually. Just literal snakes everywhere. Okay, Kaiki, what's plan B? Because apparently this was not part of his plan. The cinematic black bars to tell you this is important. He's not wrong. Yeah, that's perfect time to show us the opening, you know, while the world's being flooded with snakes and Kaiki's about to drown in it. So, okay. Clearly this was not part of Kaiki's plan. And, so, gotta just think on our feet from here, I guess. Which is hard when your feet are covered in snakes. I love how the crab just looks at her. Like, what are you doing here? This is the beach. This is a place for sea creatures, not for anime girls. Like, leave. Go away. You can tell us what the crab is thinking. At least I can. Maybe you're not on my level. Really is an interesting opening, the way it does that sort of transitioning between the two versions of Senju and Kaiki, which is obviously supposed to be a representation of their relationship back then and their relationship now, and kind of comparing and contrasting them. It's got to be something like that, meaning-wise. Because that is a part of the arc as well, kind of fleshing out that relationship. And back into it, Hitagi End Part 6, more like Kaiki End Part 6. Kaiki does lie a lot, I'll give you that. Man, I don't know how we deal with this. I'm pretty sure she has. You shut up, Kaiki. She is definitely someone special. Oh, Senjugahara, okay. I was wondering who we were talking about. You know, one of the people you're going to kill, no one special. Yeah, he wouldn't say that. This is who you are. Oof, a lot of snakes to deal with. Is it now snowing? uh, why not both? Comparing and contrasting the two characters, huh? Life is all about decisions you make. uh, they're pretty different. I love how much her red dress contrasts the environment around her. I mean, Ogi definitely played a role in this. She is a big problem. Probably also the person that told you to butt out or whatever. Still a lot of mystery around Ogi for sure. Yeah, I mean, Ogi's the problem. Starting to realize what a big player Ogi is. However, it probably might be too late to do anything about it. I'm starting to get really worried for Kaiki progressively. It's also not nice not to kill people. Just so you know. Oh, you don't you dare. You don't dare bring her up. Combine will let you her clothes, you know. Crazy amount of snakes. Oh, is that what was in the closet? Stuff like materials for that? Is that what it was? Is that why it wasn't important? Okay, oh, the music. Yeah, that changed things. So he did have a secret up his sleeve. She knows about that. I guess it's a dream she's embarrassed about. Camera could have been a bit lower there. Oh, that was a hit. Here we go. That's why I should have been in your room protecting it. I mean, it's nothing too bad. Well, when you became a bad guy, you know, can't really complain when people do things they don't like. Yeah, that's straight up manga. From the 80s, I mean, not a good to talk about how she liked that kind of old stuff. Oh, no. Okay, now it makes a bit more sense why she didn't want people to see it. I do like all the snakes are just like frozen. I mean, he's the only one that knows the secret, so why? Yeah, I guess it's just a matter of time. Is this really gonna be all it takes to persuade her? I mean, you could. I mean, you don't have a good reason to become a god to begin with. The slaps are just. I mean, they probably hurt a little bit now, but they're just adorable to watch. uh, yeah, I guess that's a good way to bring that back up. I don't think you can be a god and a mangaka at the same time. Oh, look at that. Had to hurt a bit. Oof. Yeah, you could just give up the god thing and become a mangaka. Not too late, right? And I didn't see much of it, but it looked fine to me. I don't think that's true. Yeah, you don't need to bully your own creations. And Kaiki draws as well, so you know. He might get it a bit. I mean, if Kaiki approves, I'm sure you could do it. This took a very different sort of turn, didn't it? Definitely wouldn't have seen this coming. Yeah, only humans can be mangaka. Probably an unwritten rule. I see. Well, maybe not everything, but a lot of things. Yeah. Wasn't it Love that you could buy at the convenience store for 300 yen or something? Oh, that's a nice shot. Something else for her to focus on besides Araragi. That's really the best potential we have to get through to her. Volunteering to do such a thing. Yeah, something you want to do besides Araragi. A very good question. Man, Kaiki doing good work here. Yeah, what did Araragi ever do? Oh, okay, these are just getting harder and harder. Nobody really does. That's kind of part of the problem. Only you know about you. It's a good line, too. I don't see why not. Life is all about twists and turns and eventually making it to a destination that you may not have seen coming, but that you can be happy with. uh, Man, this has been an incredible speech by Kaiki. It's kind of blown away a little bit. Oh, wow. Wow, Kaiki. Is that true, though? At the end of the day, you have to decide what you want to do. And the snakes are gone. Guess that's a fine compromise. Kaiki's a little bit banged up, but it's still alive. Pretend that you were deceived. Thank you, Nanako. That's all he ever wanted. Oh, touching the bangs that she's letting him do now. Because she wouldn't let Aragi do that way back when. I slaughtered Nanako for you. Exercising this girl. Yeah, that's where the pretending starts, I suppose. Yes. I exercised her. I poked her on the forehead and she's all better now. You're welcome. Slug. Slug. Tofu. Of course, fabricated and fake. There's also manga, yes. Yeah, you know, standard fare. We gotta pull a talisman out. Ooh, going down that throat again. A lot of things in this show go down that throat, I'm starting to realize. Yeah, leave this to Kaiki. Just reaching deep inside and getting it. It's still in one piece somehow. I guess it makes sense because it's magical. And there we go. We actually succeeded in exercising her. There we go. You want this back? It might have a little bit of saliva on it, but it should work just fine. Just don't need it, Araragi. We don't need to go through this again. And now she can pursue that manga dream. Although I think Araragi was the one that's supposed to use initially, right? Because Guy wanted him to be the god of this place, I think they said that last time. Yeah. Yeah, of course, can't admit she hired him. Three days. Yeah, that's how you deal with a slug, Salt. Yeah. I mean, the best thing you could do is not interact with her. Probably. Gotta take this to heart, Sadaragi. You get a better chance. It's not? I thought it was. Maybe. And yeah, with that, Kaiki's job is done. Because he did accomplish both his goals, you know? Pretty much. You know, protecting them from Nautico and saving Nautico. Giendo. That's a big question, huh? We keep getting kind of mixed answers on that. Right. Who knows what the truth is? So that really was what he was implying there, okay. It's a bit weird. Yeah, gotta destroy all that. Thought for sure it was Ogier, but I guess no, it was just Sensugahara. Who knows what Gaian's thinking? That's also a good question. He's been out of his way for a while. That was a cool shot too. This whole forest thing. Oh God. What was that? Oh God, what? Who would attack Kaiki? Oh no, is this the person that we mentioned before? Oh, come on. He just managed to get through the Nautico thing, and now this. Of course, Ogi. It's always Ogi. Uh, uh, I'm not in the mood for a Fire Sister quiz. Not everyone's living happily ever after. I mean, obviously. Okay, well, that was the 6th and final episode of Koimonogatari End, or 6 Tagi End, whatever. I don't know how words work anymore. But anyway, yeah, this episode, Kaiki, he does his final job trying to solve the problem. Just need a second to get my thoughts together after that. Basically, the original Deception did not work on Nautico. Things are going pretty crazy. She was just going to lash out a lot. The only thing that stopped that was Kaiki bringing up the manga thing, which apparently is what was hidden in the closet, so yeah, I can... initially it seemed like a bit of a weird thing to want to keep secret to such a high extent, but the longer it went on, the more I kind of got it. But that was good though. Like, I did kind of figure that would come into play as kind of an ace card, you know? And it did, you know, because obviously one of the biggest problems with Nautico as a person is the way too much importance weight she put on Araragi, to the point where when Araragi was no longer, you know, an option for her, when that door was completely closed, she couldn't take it, lashed out, became a god, wanted to kill him and people important to him. But if we could find something else that she could put her focus on, that would solve a lot of the problems. And luckily, we had something like that. That's what made the big difference in the end. If it wasn't for that alternate dream, Kaiki wouldn't have had something to lash out on, to latch onto, for her to basically, yeah, like a catalyst, would you call it? I don't know, something for him to explain to her that, you know, you don't have to be a god. This is not your only choice. You can pivot away from things that you thought you wanted before onto something else. You can pursue this dream. Don't call it garbage. You know, you're good at this. You can, you know, maybe make something of it if you try. Just kind of trying to essentially replacing Nadaragi with the mangaka thing, and he got through to her. You know, a lot of back and forth. A really great speech by Kaiki. He did great work there. Was able to get through to her. You know, that was while being trapped by snakes and just punched and kicked a whole lot. But it worked. You know, Araragi showed up too late to matter, of course. Isn't that how it always goes in this season? And the problem was solved. He was able to not only prevent Araragi and them from being killed by Nanako, he was able to save her as well, which was Hanakawa's request. So really, perfect end on that front, really. And he did have one more call with Senjigahara, you know, even brought up the whole being in love with Kaiki thing, which was something that they've kind of went back and forth with a little bit in the show. When back in Nisa, Kaiki says something about Senjigahara loving him, and she's like, no, it's not true. That's not true at all. But Kaiki, you know, insists it was, and she's like, no, it's not, and if you think so, I fooled you, and, you know, just... I guess you'll never really know the truth exactly, because there's a lot of deception there, but... it doesn't really matter too much. And, you know, it was after that, Kaiki was leaving, he was trying to think about things, putting things together. He figured out Senjigahara was the one that sent the letter, which I didn't figure that out. The only assumption I could possibly make was Ogi, because she's a manipulator, you know. I don't know much about her, but I do know that she manipulates things for some goal of her own. Like, I know she had that one conversation with Araragi back in, was it Koimonogatari? I think at the end, about being a balancer or whatever. She said something like that to Araragi. So I guess everything she does is for that end, whatever that's supposed to be. But anyway, he figured out it was Senjigahara, and I guess she did it as kind of a reverse psychology sort of thing, you know, because she knows Kaiki, and she knows that he wouldn't actually pull out just because somebody put a mysterious note under his door or whatever. But, you know, it got its result, I guess. And he even started thinking about, you know, Guyan giving him the 3 million yen and how she could have maybe been manipulating him, because she probably knows Kaiki as well, you know, that he's not going to just stop doing something just because he's told to. You know, so it's hard to say. And, you know, in the end, Kaiki did die there, which it's just horrible because I was worried about Nanako killing Kaiki, but then she didn't, and I was relieved. It was like, hey, great, he survived something that he had no right to survive. That's great. Now we'll get more Kaiki in the story. But no, he just randomly gets killed by someone. And I do want to go back to that portion, just make sure I didn't miss anything, because I was kind of, you know, taken aback at the edits. Because it was not obvious, I did not remember that at all. He also brought up Oshino, who's still not around at all. And I remember the last thing I was thinking before that happened was just, oh, it's such a cool forest, cool environment, you know? Now that I think about it, yeah, I guess it does look like somewhere something important would happen, doesn't it? But I think Oshino was the last thing he was talking about before he got attacked. Then just collapses, and this is obviously very deliberate, the way his body fell in where it was half in the darkness, half in the light, which, you know, it's fitting for his character. And the blood just leaking out, so just... Because Kaiki's never been a fighter, you know. Anybody that really had the grudge on him could kill him without too much difficulty. You know. But the first thing whoever killed him said was, it's just like Ogi-san said, so Ogi, again, being the mastermind for more shenanigans. And yeah, my first thought was, this is the person Kaiki mentioned, like, last episode or the episode before that, about some girl being back, that he fooled another town. That was my first thought. I don't know if that's actually the case, because he was here kind of speculating on who it could be. But they called him a con artist, so they obviously know who he is. Blaming him for things. Yeah, it says, he's one of the many junior high kids whom I deceived last time I was in this town. So yeah, just... So, probably not that person I thought it was initially. And he says, what's with this kid? Did he get inflicted with a reversed curse? Because then we do see a bit of a snake surrounding him, holding the stick upside down. Maybe he's the root of all evil. The junior high kid who enchanted Son of Goku with the charm? Maybe. It's hard to... don't really know. Resolve the letter issue. But the Shadow War's identity wasn't exactly resolved yet, which the Shadow War is probably Ogi then. If that's the case, I think that's what they're implying here. But if this was the outcome that Guyan had hoped for, which it might have been, So I guess you just killed him with a stick, I guess is what happened. Yeah, he didn't realize that he mentioned Nogi's name. Which... Ogi just... I don't know what I can really say about that character that I haven't said already. Extremely mysterious, clearly trying to manipulate things. I can't wait till Koimonogatari when we actually get to learn about what exactly that person's deal is. Just Kaiki just lays there dead. I mean, at the end of the day, this kind of death I think is most fitting for him because he has conned a lot of people, you know? And when you live your life like that, one of these days that does come back to bite you. So as far as Kaiki ends go, I don't think it could have been any more fitting of an end. I just wish it didn't happen just yet. Especially after he, you know, had this sort of arc where he, I don't know if redeemed himself would be the best way to phrase it, but where he did good work. You know, his introduction to the show in Nisa was, hey, I'm the first, like, real bad guy character. You know, everyone's meant to hate me. That's clearly what my position is. And that was quite the opposite of what he did here, where he quite clearly helped Nadeko and helped technically Araragi and Setsugahara and Hanakawa, like helped a lot of people with his actions here. And it was after that he got killed. Just, it's unfortunate. It really is. But that doesn't erase the fact that he has done bad things and that karma does catch up with you at the end of the day. So, the arc was called Hitagi End, but it really was Kaiki End. But anyway, it sucks. It really does. But judging by the preview quiz, the next up is Kanbaru, which makes sense because we have been kind of building up to that as well. Because Kaiki was interested in Kanbaru, so was Gaien, and there's got to be a lot of importance wrapped up into that for sure. So I'm looking forward to getting into that because they have an interesting family for sure. I don't know what else can I say about this arc. It was great. Kaiki did great work here, great speech. It's good that Nanaka was able to be helped out without being, like, killed or anything. Because for a while I was suspecting that was the only way this could end, is to just finish her off somehow. But he was able to pull it out of her. So it all just worked out. And just the manga reveal was pretty hilarious stuff when she just stops literally all the million of the snakes and just runs up to Kaiki. That was pretty great. There's a lot of beautiful stuff here with snow and weather and environments, of course. But yeah, Ogi just does everything bad, you know? She's responsible for the Nadeko stuff, the killing of Kaiki stuff, just countless stuff, really. I can't even think of all the things that she's probably done. Probably things that haven't actually been said yet, you know? But this is the end of the arc, you know? Next up is probably Koimonogatari. I'm not sure, though. I'll know before it's time to react to it, of course. But I don't know, just ending it off with Kaiki dying just did not put me in the best mood, which should be understandable, of course. But yeah, just that's all I got to say on this. So just end it off here. It was a good arc, though, for sure. Regardless, getting to see at least Kaiki did get to have his own arc before it happened. We get to learn more about him, see things from his perspective. Despite how the sad end it was, still a great arc for sure. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.